in the 8th Air Force. Six 50 caliber machine guns. Red line on it is about 505 miles an hour. You never go that fast, of course, but it was a 400-mile-an-hour airplane in its day. Fabulous airplane. And I think they were designed as a 100-hour throwaway airplane, and here we are 60 some odd years later, and it's a magnificent machine indeed.
The F-7 F-3 Grauman Tiger Cat seen here is a twin-engine fighter that saw service in Korea. It carries 4 20-millimeter cannons and 4 12.7 machine guns.
During World War II, the Navy approached Grumman and asked it to build a 2-seat, 2-engine night fighter. And this is the aircraft that resulted. The Navy's plan was to fly these aircraft off the Midway-class aircraft carriers. But by the time the Midway and her sisters were ready and the Tiger Cats were ready, World War II was over. At that point, the Navy decided that it didn't want the Tiger Cat after all, and it turned over all of the Tiger Cats to the Marine Corps. The Marines operated the airplane in Korea as a night fighter and as a ground attack aircraft with great success. Most of the surviving Tiger Cats were fire bombers with a large conformal tank on the bottom of the fuselage. There are probably 5 or 6 in the world that still fly.
A crowd favorite appeared to be the A-1 Skyraider. This Douglas-built plane was used in both Korea and Vietnam as a medium attack bomber. It has a speed of 322 miles per hour and a range of 1,220 miles. Here comes a huge aircraft lumbering into Zamperini airspace. It looks like the NZAN-2, a Russian-designed plane. This giant single-engined biplane was used by the communist countries and is identified by its red star on its tail.
The airplane behind me is an Antonov AN-2 designed in Russia in 1946 primarily for agriculture purposes, crop dusting, moving livestock around. But it became such a good airplane that it was used by all of the communist nations as a workhorse. This specific airplane was built in Poland in 1984 and was used as a paratrooper training aircraft. The airplane started production in 1947 and they still build them today in China. So it is the largest single-engine biplane ever designed and built in history and has the longest production run of any airplane.
Another foreign-built plane is the Fokker S-11. Named after its designer, Anthony Fokker. It has a speed of 209 miles per hour with a range of 432 miles.
During World War II, the Germans occupied the Fokker factory. When they left Holland, they took the Fokker factory with them, and it took the Dutch until 1950 to get the factory back up and running, and this is the first aircraft they built. Designed and built. This particular aircraft was number 11 off the line. It was a primary trainer for the Dutch Air Force and Navy, the Italian Air Force, the Israeli Air Force, and they were also built under license in Brazil for the Brazilian Air Force, and the Brazilians furnished a couple to Uruguay and Paraguay. This airplane is right now, it's the only one flying in the U.S. and just come out of a 6-year restoration. I've been flying the airplane for approximately 10 years.
The warbird that attracted the most attention was the B-25 Mitchell bomber. This type aircraft was used in the Doolittle raid over Tokyo. It has a speed of 272 miles per hour with a range of 1,350 miles. It was used against both German and Japanese targets. The museum is open on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. For information, call area code 310-326-9544.
From Zamperini Field and the grand opening of the Western Museum of Flight, I'm Art Callan, your host for the Senior Scene, saying so long till next time.